Howdy folks, Brother Jim reporting here. Jeremy Corbyn. Julian Assange should not be extradited to the U.S. United Kingdom's Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn has asserted that WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange should not be extradited to the United States, where he will face prosecution for the crime of doing journalism. Now, I've already gone over this a little bit. Another great man has noted that the only reason why they're extraditing him without the cause of Russian collusion is because after they get here, they're going to throw a bunch of more indictments on him and charges. They only have one charge on him in Virginia. Okay? The deep state is working hard to destroy him. And Julian Assange knows this. Assange was arrested by the UK government, working with the United States deep state government, inside of the Ecuadorian embassy in London on Thursday, where he had a political asylum for nearly 7 years with no sun. And if you don't know anything, that you need sun to combat getting cancer. That's right. It's a big lie. You need sun to combat getting cancer. It's the opposite that the sun gives you cancer. No, it's the chemtrails in the sky that give you the cancer. The U.S. claims that he had attempted to aid Chelsea Manning in cracking a password to obtain files she already had access to, but under a different account. Corbyn tweeted that the 2019 Nobel Peace Prize nominated publisher should not be extradited for exposing evidence of atrocities in Iraq and Afghanistan. You see how that just is like a saying that's telling you right there in your face, that which is good is being called evil.
In 2007 in Iraq, which killed, and we should recall what WikiLeaks actually disclosed. Who can forget the Pentagon video footage of a missile attack in 2007 in Iraq, which killed 18 civilians and 2 Reuters journalists? It is the monumental amount of leaks such as this that lifted the veil on US-led military operation in a variety of theaters.
Yeah, it's called the military industrial complex.
None of which has produced a favourable outcome from the people of those countries. Julian Assange is not being pursued to protect US national security. He is being pursued because he has exposed wrongdoing by US administrations and their military forces.
And let me just continue a little farther on that. He's being extradited so that they can destroy his life and cover up their evil doings in the court process with their corrupt judges. The tweet also contained a video in which Labour MP and Shadow Home Secretary Diane Abbott says, and we already heard this, Abbott also tweeted the video adding, "In this country we have protections for whistleblowers, those who take personal risks to disclose wrongdoing in the public interest. Julian Assange is not being pursued to protect U.S. national security. He is being pursued because he has exposed wrongdoing by U.S. administrations."
And we should recall what...
Speaking to BBC Radio's For Today show, Abbott said this is all about WikiLeaks and all of that embarrassing information about the activities of the American military and security services that was made public. But most of all, Julian Assange was instrumental in bringing forth the truth in the election and getting Donald Trump, Cyrus, elected for us. We all love him and thank him for that precious information. Last December, the New York Times revealed Ecuador's president tried to sell Assange to the U.S. for debt relief. Can you believe this? Ecuador received $4.2 billion in U.S.-backed IMF bailout on February 4th, but Donald Trump only want $5.7 billion to build the wall, and which would stop $1 trillion worth of corruption per year that we, the taxpayers, have to pay for illegal aliens, drug trafficking, child trafficking, that the deep state and global governments are raking in. The U.S. seeks Assange's extradition over WikiLeaks' 2010 publications on war and diplomacy. His alleged source, Chelsea Manning, the Shiite, was re-jailed last month to coerce her into a secret interrogation against him. Oh, that's not PC correct. It's not a her. It's a him now. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. It's a her now. That is PC correct. It's a her. It's not a her. It's a him. So anyway, Chelsea Manning, the dude, turned into a woman. Probably had his penis cut off. Fake boobs put on. Because God created me wrong. God didn't know what he was doing. God was in error. God is wicked. See how that one works, folks? So, here you have $4.2 billion. $4.2 billion in a sell-off to call that which is good evil. They paid Ecuador $4.2 billion. It doesn't say when it happened. It just says February 4th. It doesn't say the year. I don't know. I guess it's this year. If that happened this year, how sad, how wicked do we live? And boom, war hero Dan Crenshaw obliterates Ilhan Omar with a single tweet. To get you up to date, Muslim Representative Ilhan Omar dismissed the September 11 attacks that nearly left 3,000 dead as, quote, some people did something. And now everyone who criticizes her is a hate-filled evil bully threatening her very life, says the left. In response to the some people did something line, Crenshaw, a Republican of Texas, a Navy SEAL who he earned 2 Bronze Stars and a Purple Heart while serving in the military, losing his right eye in the process, as you see, posted a tweet, first member of Congress to ever describe terrorists who killed thousands of Americans on 9/11 as some people who did something, he said of Omar. Unbelievable. Ka-ching! You just threatened Ilhan Omar with her life. Crenshaw, you need to be terminated for that. You need to be beheaded, says the religion of peace. Then President Trump jumped into the fray, posting a video on Twitter with the caption, "We will never forget." But he was also attacking Representative Omar's life by showing, "We will never forget."
Care was founded
after an outpouring of criticism about her some people did something, Omar said, "This is a dangerous incitement. Given the depth of threats I face," and the Democrats were off, especially those running for president. They all quickly got on the same page, regurgitating this same talking point. The president is inciting violence against a sitting congresswoman and an entire group of Americans based on their religion. It's disgusting. It's shameful. But no, the patriots remember. We know the brainwashing, the left, the lies. We're sick of it. Then Pocahontas, the fake indigenous Indian politician senator who went to college on a big fat lie, posing that, went to college free on a lie that she's a Native American Indian, then proven through a DNA test that she's not at all a Native American Indian. What a joke she is. The president is inciting violence against a sitting congresswoman and an entire group of Americans based on their religion, says the devils from hell. It's disgusting. It's shameful. And any elected leader who refuses to condemn it shares responsibility for it. Ilhan Omar is a leader with strength and courage. She won't back down to Trump's racism and hate, and neither will we. The disgusting and dangerous attacks against her must end, wrote Senator Bernie Sanders, the proclaimed socialist. You see what's coming to America, folks? As soon as the reign of the good man Cyrus is over, it's coming very soon. The time of great tribulation. And the cause weighed in, members of Congress have duty to respond to President's explicit attack today. It's an explicit attack because he simply showed her words and 9/11, of which she was speaking about. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, Miss Cause says. But on Saturday, Crenshaw shot it all down, just so we are all clear on basic notions of reality. When someone calls out a public official for things they said, it is not endangering their life or inciting violence. Claiming otherwise is just an attempt to silence your critics. Oh, shut up, Dan. We don't want to hear the truth, okay? The religion of peace will reign. Thank you for listening. Now, folks, you know what I think of medicinal marijuana from the THC psychedelic side of it, but the facts are cannabis industry has been unleashed by our president when he signed into law the 2018 Farm Bill legalizing medicinal marijuana into federal law. President Trump realizes the benefits of medicinal marijuana and its need to be researched at the federal level. So this has opened all kinds of sides of the industry to be explored as this industry continues to grow at a phenomenal rate. The fact is, cannabis industry is a very lucrative industry. The fact is, people are abandoning their wine tours for cannabis tours in America now. Cannabis is here to stay, and it's only getting bigger by the day. Cannabis has many medicinal effects on the CBD non-psychedelic side of it. So whether your investment be growing it or buying into the stocks of cannabis, it is a win-win situation. As this industry continues to explode, please check out the long informational video posted in the link down below, where John Boehner, former Speaker of the House, is speaking about it. He's all in on it. Whether you are for smoking it or for the non-psychedelic CBD side of it, that is your choice what you do with it. You can't pass up this chance to take advantage of this informational offer on how to make a bundle of money on a medicinal plant that was created by God and on the face of the earth for our benefit, but was outlawed for several years.